The room was bustling as usual. Friends catching up, colleagues discussing, couples conversing, and students studying. Well, at least they're trying to. Meanwhile, those who didn't have time to sit are lined up, waiting almost patiently for their order. One of them is Catherine, who didn't have time to eat breakfast at home, so she decided to just buy coffee on her way to work. Amidst the noise, Catherine's phone rang. It was her mother. She immediately picked up and answered. "Hey, Mom." "What?" "Oh, I'm at a cafe. I barely had any sleep because I had to finish a report and gotta go, Mom. I'm next in line." "Hi, 1 iced Americano, 2 shots, please. Oh, to go, please. Thank you." As she was fishing out her wallet, she realized it wasn't there. She anxiously looked at the cashier. "Hi, sorry, but is my order being made now? I'm really sorry, but would it be possible to cancel it? Apparently I left my wallet at home." "Unfortunately, yes. The barista is working on it now," said the cashier, Amy, according to her name tag. As Catherine was desperately reaching into her bag for a change she might have put there in the past, the next person in line approached them and addressed Amy. "Hi, just add another iced Americano to her order, but just add 1 shot of espresso, please. I got it," the woman said and handed Amy her card. Catherine was embarrassed. "Thank you, but you didn't have to do that. Can I have your bank account so I can transfer the payment for the coffee?" The woman smiled at her and said, "No worries. It's just a cup anyway. Consider it a treat. I overheard your phone conversation earlier and I've been there. Sleepless nights because of work. You deserve that coffee." Catherine thanked her profusely. As they were handed their coffee, they went their separate ways outside the door, but not before Catherine expressed her thanks once again. Amy, still behind the counter taking orders, and there are a lot since it is the morning rush, looked at the woman and smiled. What a heartwarming act, she thought to herself. It is very seldom that people are kind enough, especially in the mornings, to buy coffee for someone who is holding up the line. Again, especially in the morning when everyone's rushing to work. The next morning, Amy smiled to herself when the woman who left her wallet at home, Catherine, was once again in the queue. When it was her turn, Catherine had a smile on her face when she told Amy, "Hi, I've got my wallet this time." Amy laughed at the joke and took Catherine's order. As she accepted Catherine's card, Amy was surprised when she said, "I'll pay for the next person's order as well. Consider it a payback since I don't know where to find the kind woman from yesterday." So Amy called for the next person, asked for his order, and swiped Catherine's card. The man turned to her in confusion. Miss? There seems to be a mistake. You charged her," he pointed at Catherine, "for my order," he said. When Amy was about to explain, Catherine's name was called by the barista, so she picked up her coffee and went back to the counter for her card. As she went, she smiled at Amy and bid her goodbye. The man, on the other hand, remained extremely confused. He once again turned to Amy with a puzzled expression. Amy smiled and said, "Yesterday she forgot her wallet at home, and the person behind her paid for her drink. So today she's paying it forward." "Oh, that's nice of her. If you see her again, tell her I said thanks." The man then picked up his coffee and waved to Amy on his way out. Unbeknownst to the two, an older lady overheard the conversation. She smiled to herself as she waited for her turn. When it was her turn, she paid for her drink and handed a $50 bill to Amy. Confused, Amy looked up at her. The lady smiled and said, "I heard about what you and the young man were talking about. I just thought today is a good day to buy someone a drink. So please use that to pay for the drinks of the people who will come in after me." As she picked up her drink, she dropped a $20 bill into the tip jar and waved to Amy as she left. It turns out the lady is now an executive at a firm, but there was a time in her not-so-distant past when a cup of coffee was a luxury. So when she heard that someone bought someone else a drink, she was touched. What she didn't know was that the people who came to the shop after her were a group of teens who had just finished taking their final exams. As a treat to themselves, they pooled their allowances for a cup of a refreshing drink of their choice. When they came in, Amy looked at them and smiled. Well, if it isn't fate doing her job right, she thought to herself. She took their orders, and when the tallest girl of the group handed the payment, she smiled and shook her head. A lady who left about 15 minutes ago wanted to pay for the next couple of people's drinks, and you just happened to be them. Really? Exclaimed one of the girls. Their young faces broke into a wide smile, and one of them said, "Thanks. And if you see her again, please thank her for us. This is the first time we were going to splurge our allowances because we had a very draining calculus exam earlier." "Hey, May, you're oversharing," said another girl from the group. "I'm sorry about her, but that was the last of our exams for this term, so we're desperate for something refreshing so we can really appreciate this. Thanks a lot." Amy laughed a little at the young girl's jubilance. Oh, how nice it is to be that young. The girls sat at one of the tables at the far end corner of the coffee shop, but they made sure to thank Amy again before they went. When her shift ended, Amy went home with a smile on her face. It was a tiring day, but it was a day she will not forget anytime soon. She had almost forgotten that amidst the chaos in the world, there are still kind-hearted people living in it. She's happy to have witnessed such acts of kindness stemming from one person. The one who paid for someone else's drink instead of getting annoyed with the person holding up the line during the morning rush. It was an unusual but heartwarming sight, one she probably won't see again soon. So she was pleasantly surprised when she came to work the next day, and it felt like déjà vu. People are paying for other people's drinks while some, the lady from yesterday, left small amounts to pay for the drinks of the next person or people. Amy was in complete awe. Apparently, the young girls from yesterday posted their experience on social media, and a lot of people had seen it, including those who had previously received free drinks too, who interacted on the post as well. So today, more people are buying drinks for people they don't even know. Amy told her manager about this, and he himself fished out his wallet and added to the growing pile of bills for people's drinks. That pile lasted for almost 2 weeks, and even then, some people here and there still randomly pay for the drink of the next person in line. It was a surreal experience for Amy. She can't believe that one small, seemingly inconsequential act of kindness will balloon into something this big, this great, and this amazing.